For Maple Bay Hole 3, there are various ways that you can play this shootout. With a crosswind and tailwind, it's just easier to play with a long iron, and you're going to play at max distance with a plus 20% over adjustment of your shot. It's usually going to require 2 to 3 bars of backspin, usually around 3 backspin. I put the red ring by the rough in a cross and a tailwind, and then I'm going to over adjust my shot at max distance with a plus 20% over adjustment. And with right to left wind, I'm going to curl the ball. What we have not figured out is how much curl to actually use just yet. So play with the curl, see what gets you closer with the various winds. One of the ways you can play in a headwind is doing the rough bump. This is a very risky shot, but it does work. You can do max right spin with one backspin. And I'm going to play this at 15% min distance of my club. So a 15% over adjustment at min distance of my sniper. And here, since I could not get the ball guide to go to the hole without being on that thin strip, I did end up curling to the hole, and it turned out to be a very decent shot. So again, if it's a lower wind, you can do the rough bump and do about 15% over adjustment at min distance of your club. Here we have a low headwind again, so again I played the rough bump and I played with max right spin with 1.5 bars of backspin, and I played it at min distance with a 15% over adjustment of my shot. So I should have backed off the backspin just a tad bit more, but again I played this at min distance with a plus 15% over adjustment of my shot. So when we have left to right wind, I do not like having my red ring by the rough. I either choose the blue ring or the white ring, depending on how I want to set up this shot. Here I have the blue ring by the rough. I'm still doing 3 backspin, and I'm using left spin to counteract the push of the ball that's going to be pushing to the right. So here I over adjusted my shot with a plus 20% over adjustment at max distance of my club, and then I did use left curl to counteract the wind push. The higher the wind, it's going to affect the ball even more. So I felt like it needed a little bit of left curl, and it actually turned out like a really good shot. So I do like the blue ring by the rough with a left to right higher wind, and using a little bit of counter curl as well to help the ball. I just did a little bit too much curl there. So Alex has been helping me out with this shootout as well, and we think we came up with a fairly decent shot in a headwind, a high headwind scenario. You're going to be playing at min sniper with a plus 20% over adjustment of your shot. Now she did add about 0.2 to 0.3 more on this shot because it was a very strong headwind. So basically you're kind of playing this 1-to-1 plus maybe 0.5 in a very strong headwind. So we are trying to play this at 1-to-1 in a headwind scenario. So we're still trying to figure this shot out, but this is so far what we have is playing 1-to-1 and then adding 0.2 to 0.5 depending on how high the wind is. So max backspin with 1 to 2 bars of left spin. So again, we have another headwind, and we're going to play at min sniper with a plus 20% over adjustment of our shot, basically 1-to-1 plus maybe 0.2 to 0.3 depending on what you feel is needed. Max backspin with 2 bars of left spin. So here she almost has the yellow ring touching the rough, so you're going to have to play with this shot yourself as well and see how it works for you, but so far we do like this shot. Again, we are playing it around 1-to-1 or basically min distance with a plus 20% over adjustment of your shot. So here's a shot with the white ring next to the rough with a left to right wind, and we're still going to play this at max distance with a plus 20% over adjustment of our shot. The only thing wrong here is that we didn't use any left spin to counteract the push, nor enough curl to counteract that push. So just know, in a left to right wind, you are going to have to play with your curl and see what curl is best for you to counteract that wind push. So if she would have done a little bit more curl, I think this ball would have gotten closer to the hole. So anyway, guys, hope this helps out. Remember, it's going to be about max distance with a plus 20% over adjustment in a tail and cross. And in a headwind, we're going to be playing min sniper with a plus 20% over adjustment of our shot as well. So again, guys, hit perfect. Hope this helps, and I will update as soon as I can.